Also, let me send this link out in the Shaarey Yerushalayim main chat. Let me send this link to Ro'i. Anybody personally?
No, just generally.
For sure. For sure. Hannukah Sameach. It's now Tevet. Shiur is sponsored by Karen Cohen in memory of her father. And I'll get the name in 1 second. We'll do Hashkabah for him afterwards, after the shiur. We'll get the name in 1 second. In the meantime, also, as Yarif says for sure, any Torah that we do should be for the merit of the soldiers in Israel. And Karen's father's name is?
Isaac ben Sarah.
Isaac ben Sarah. His neshama should have aliyah. Tonight is the yortzeit, I believe.
No, last day.
But she texted me afterwards and she said it's tonight.
Tonight.
So I think it's tonight.
Tonight is the last day.
No, tonight's not the last day. One more.
Tomorrow night?
Uh-huh.
You don't like tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh, today's Wednesday.
So Karen's father should have a aliyat neshama. Okay, so just to bring everyone back up to where we're up to. We talked about the mahloket Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel. On the mehadrin min mehadrin level, which is the best way to light candles. Bet Shammai holds, we're on page 7. Bet Shammai holds, you go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bet Hillel holds, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why? Mahloket. Either A, they are arguing about how to best let people on the street know about the days of Hanukkah. Bet Shammai is saying, let the people know how many days of Hanukkah are coming in. And Bet Hillel says, let the people know how many days are leaving. A. Or B, they're arguing completely differently. Bet Shammai holds we should mimic the bulls of Sukkot, Pareha Hag, and the bulls went 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like that. And Bet Hillel says, Stam, Mali Bakodesh Ve'en Moridin. And the Rebbe said, in the Sikha, on page 7, we're in the middle of, the Lubavitcher Rebbe said, it depends really if you look at it as the mitzvah then the chefsa or the gavra, hefsa or the gavra. If you hold the mitzvah of Hanukkah is that the light should be lit to show the people the Pisum Anisa, the miracle, then that would work. It would be the hefsa of the mitzvah, which means the actual candle is the mitzvah. It's not so much about you, it just needs a person to light it. But every house should be a candle. That's like the first way. The whole point of the candles is to show people on the street what day of Hanukkah it is. Or, if you hold the second way, that Bet Shammai is trying to mimic the bulls of Sukkot, and Bet Hillel is just saying, Ma'alim HaKodesh, we only go up, we don't go down. That has nothing to do with Hanukkah. Those are not Hanukkah principles. One's a Sukkot principle, and one's a general life principle, always go up. And so that would mean the mitzvah is on the Gavra. It's on the man to do it. And so once the mitzvah is on the man, we want to make sure you do it in a way that we want you to act. We always want you to be personally be going up. So the Rebbe is saying, in Gimel over here on page 7, in the second paragraph, according to the first opinion, that's just counting days. The Bet Hillel and Bet Shammai are arguing, it's a Hanukkah discussion with the candles. How many days you should let people? It's a Hanukkah-related reason. It's trying to tell people what day it is. According to the second opinion, where it's just about Sukkot and about Ma'alin, side reasons why you should go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Side reasons, nothing to do with Hanukkah. The bulls of Sukkot, what's that got to do with Hanukkah? How you should act by always going up and not going down. In other words, the second way would say it's on the man to make sure he's always going up in his mitzvot. Or Bet Shammai, it's on the man to try to remember the bulls of Sukkot and act the same way as the bulls of Sukkot. It's on you. That's called mehadrin min mehadrin because it's glorifying the mitzvah because you have other kavanot while you're doing the mitzvah. But the actual candles, nothing to do with Hanukkah. According to the second shot, that we don't care about telling people which
to the parim and
there's nothing to do with telling people what day of Hanukkah. And so the additional candles don't do anything for Hanukkah. They only do something for you, that you're going up. every single day, like Bet Hillel, or that you're going like the bulls down every day. Nothing to do with Hanukkah, says the Rebbe. It's done with a Hanukkah candle. It's not a Hanukkah reason. Zeo Prat V'Din.
I got it until the moment that you said nothing to do with it.
It's nothing to do with Hanukkah. No, it's while you're lighting the Hanukkah candles, I want the Hidur to be in you. Glorify the mitzvah. Do it in a beautiful way. What's a beautiful way? When you do something, always go up. What's that got to do with Hanukkah? Nothing. It's got to do with the way you do mitzvah. Don't do every day, 8 days in a row, the same thing. Not nice. Every day, do more.
Okay.
So one candle is okay. All right.
Where am I going with
Because
it?
one candle, you only hold by one candle. You don't show either side.
If you do mehadrin, if you do the first level,
Yeah.
it's boring. Every day, the same thing. You should be going up. It's nothing to do with Hanukkah. It's to do with you. You should be excited every single day to add more, like Bet Hillel. Or Bet Shammai, you should say, you know what? I'm being just like the bulls in the Bet HaMikdash. If that's the way Hashem liked the bulls, that's the way I'm doing my candles.
That means this makes sense why we go and stuff for school, because this the first candle that you light, right? You fulfill the first part, but the mahadrin that you're going up and down, it's you go from step 1 to step 3 because the step 2 doesn't fit in this whole idea.
Exactly. According to Tosafot saying, how is step 2 helping anyone know what the Hanukkah is?
But how do you do
The
it?
Rambam argues with Tosafot. Why? Because the Rambam's saying, like the Chidah said, the Rambam's saying, it's nothing to do with Hanukkah. The best level is to do yourself. That's what the Rambam would say. Fix yourself.
You can't do mehadrim on the first day. You can't do mehadrim on the first day. It's only one candle, period.
Correct.
So
The Mehadrin is a build-up. That's sort of like another proof to what the Rebbe is saying here in the second shot. It's a build-up in you. There's nothing to do with the candles.
The second idea that each person should learn for the first. There's 3 steps, right? The first step is you light one candle.
Yeah.
you're done. The
Then
second
each
step
one
is
person,
each person.
then each one light.
And then the third step
Goes
is
up.
to do up to go up or to go down.
Mhm.
But so if you hold this way,
He's going back to the Machloket Rambam and
right, what I'm
Tosafot.
saying, in this situation, if you hold like the Rebbe says that the idea you light the first candle, that's kind of the candle. But you add more to it, whether you go from 1, 2, 3, 4, or go,
It's for you. It's your.
It's for you.
it's for you. So that means that you don't really need to fulfill step by step of one candle, then one candle for each person, and then go for everyone, because the ideas of the Mahadin is completely different as opposed to fulfilling the mitzvah.
Yeah, also, one more level. My father-in-law made a good point. On the first night of Hanukkah, everyone would have, on the first night of Hanukkah, Sfaradim can't do Mehadrin, or Mehadrin, Mina Mehadrin. We're just doing the first level. At least Ashkenazi, we can't. It's only one candle.
Yeah, because each never
First night, right?
Yeah.
But Ashkenazim, They could do the Mehadrin level. They could do the second level.
Yeah,
Right?
okay.
and so if you would say it's a Hanukkah, if you would say this is a Hanukkah mitzvah, where's your Mehadrin? For the Hanukkah. But if you're going to say it's a mitzvah in you, okay, I'm going to increase tomorrow. This is the base. Wait till tomorrow. I'm going to improve tomorrow. Today is already more than yesterday. Yesterday was 0. Today is 1. I'm still doing Ma'alim BaKodesh. There's nothing to do with Hanukkah. Today was 0. Yesterday was 0. Today's 1. Tomorrow I'll do 2.
yesterday was 0. It wasn't Hanukkah yesterday.
Yeah. So I'm going up. I'm going up from yesterday. Even today I'm doing.
Oh,
maybe
your
you could say-
personal. You're talking
Yeah, so
about.
according to this sheet, the way the Rebbe is saying it, you could even say we're doing Mehadrin and Mehadrin on the day 1. I'm going up 1 from yesterday.
On your own.
Okay, but I understand all of it, but I'm trying to understand what is the rabbi trying to establish. Just
So-
the definition. Of
Candles
what
are
No,
nothing
so
to do
he's
with it.
trying to say that there's halachic differences. That's where it's a very it's not a Hasidic sicha. He's getting to halachic differences. Watch. Zeo we're on bet. Zeo prat v'dim b'mitzvah atzma. חניות שהאנשים חפץ למצווה. אוקיי. והמפרשים מציינים הדר בהלכה למעשה Ben shenei hasivarim elo. There's two halachic differences that the commentaries give us. Kasher heviu le'adam. Ready for this one, guys? Kasher heviu le'adam et hanerot hanosefim le'achar shebirech al haner harishon. This is a halachic question. We're going to get to the final answer today, hopefully. You lit candles. You need to light candles. It's time to light. Where's the candles? We left them in the car. We left them at work. I only have one candle. I lit one candle tonight. That's a mitzvah, right? It's that I'm going to lose the zman. It's better to light the candle on the zman, no? Good question. I lit one candle. Then my wife brought home the candles from work, the rest of them. When I add the hidur, do I make another beracha?
No. For sure not.
Oh, for sure not. It's a massive mahloket.
I would say a simple way I would do it is you don't do the hidur.
Don't do the hidur.
Because the mitzvah, עבר זמנו בטל קורבנות. You have
Not
the
about
mitzvah,
זמנו.
you have the beracha.
It's betoch zmano. It's within a half hour.
I know, but
You can have a chance to
it's
glorify.
like when you put a fillet,
So Moshe,
you can put it at
Hold on.
You can put it at a
Think-
time. Once
think
you
in
put it,
there-
you put it.
think about this and the ramifications of this chefsa gavra thing. If it's a mitzvah and the chefsa of the mitzvah.
If it's a mitzvah,
I did it.
on the chefta,
The mitzvah's done.
It's done. But if it's,
If it's
on
in
the
you,
kava, then,
Do it.
then there is no beracha.
You need to improve. You have a chance to improve now. Improve. So let's see what the Rebbe says. Should I bless afterwards on the extra candles? There's a massive mahloket in this. This is the difference between these two opinions. Yariv, you have the question? Yeah, the question is, if you lit one candle on tonight, the 7th night of Hanukkah, you lit one candle, and then they say, oh, I found more, I got more. I already made the beracha 10 minutes ago. Do I make another beracha when I light the rest of them to fill the rest?
So we don't say the second bit.
Is it lebatala? I'm still being kayem the hidun mitzvah. Moshe is cheating. We have to hurry up before he reads the whole thing. The fee had that you're cheating.
No, I'm not cheating. I'm glazing at the letters, but I'm thinking, I'm not reading.
The fee had the harishona. According to the first pshat, shetama de bet shema k'neged demim nichnasim v'tama de bet hillel k'neged demim nitzayim, that it's only about telling people the days, which is a Hanukkah reason, not a personal reason. Shezeu tama kashur l'imei Hanukkah v'lenes Hanukkah. It's a Hanukkah dika reason, you would say.
Then you would have to.
שעליו תקנו את מצוות חנוכה, הנה הלילות שמוסיפים בכל יום הם חלק מחנוכה או מצוות חנוכה. You have a chance to do more than mitzvah.
You would have to make the beracha.
Right, because the Hanukkah mitzvah is not finished.
It's not finished.
הנרות הם, the candles are, נרות מצווה של חנוכה. וכפי שמובן גם בפשטות שעל ידי הוספה בנרות מתפרסם כיצד בכל יום, נוסף משהו בנס הנרות. You're telling people, 5 minutes ago when you lit one candle, no one knew on the street what day of Hanukkah was. Now you have the ability to be the mitzvah of telling people what day of Hanukkah was. The rabbis told me there's a hidur mitzvah.
Okay, so the people in the streets then.
So I should make a beracha on it because
No, why?
because the mitzvah is not complete. A portion of the mitzvah is not complete.
So question.
If you have a mitzvah, you get on and you say, okay, I have a mitzvah, I'm going to light Nerot Hanukkah.
Okay.
To be mefarsem nisat, and so people will know what day it is. You light one, you say, oh, I don't have another one. You didn't finish the mitzvah because you had an intention that you did not fulfill.
I understand. So you like.
So now when you're about to light the second one, you should say bracha again because you haven't done the mitzvah. And you go back to the
It's
mitzvah.
not a very Sephardic sounding halakha because we're very wary about berachot. I'm letting you know right now, we're going to get into it. It's a massive mahloket. Big heavy hitters say to do it. Really, what happened to you?
So what? No, what if I forgot to light one of the candles? It's ready. I forgot to light the shamash.
Oh, the shamash is no problem.
But okay,
It's a big
so
problem.
one of the-
Not such a big. Huh?
You didn't walk in the room. We have lights.
No, like a minute later, I didn't light
A minute later, you're still in the mitzvah. You haven't left there.
If the shamash is missing, the shamash is just a
Let's
help.
say it's not the shamash.
So then you did the mitzvah, you didn't do the hidur. And so it will be the same question. The mom,
So if there was one light missing out of the 6,
yeah, when you come back to do it,
you'd say another bit of.
that's the question. You're being fulfilling.
No, I lit, it's the 4th night. I lit 3 only.
You
Same
didn't.
thing.
You did 3, which is nothing. No one says do 3. First of all, you should not have lit in 3.
Remember I forget?
Choose one of the 3 options. One is
But I already made the beracha.
Right. I'm just saying as a side point, if you only have 3 on the 4th night, you should only light 1. What's 3?
Yeah, okay,
I know he's thinking Bet Shammai backwards. 3 is nothing.
That part to me, I get it totally.
Right? But yeah.
Because if the purpose is
In Yiddish, they said, Nish the hair, Nish the.
if it's a chepta, then you haven't fulfilled the chepta, then do a beracha again.
Ve'ilu. Lefi Hada'ah Shniyah.
Both
According to that pshat.
If the halacha is to do both berachot, you have to do. You haven't fulfilled the mitzvah.
Let's see. Give the rabbis a chance. Ve'ilu lefi Hada'ah Shniyah. According to the second opinion, that it's nothing to do with Hanukkah. It's only to do with you. וטעמה דבית שמאי כנגד פרי החג וטעמה דבית הלל שמאמרים לקודש במועדים שאלה טעמים אשר אינם קשורים לימי חנוכה או לנס חנוכה, nothing to do with חנוכה. הרי המהדרין מן המהדרין היא תוספת והידור רק בדרכו של הגברה באופן כללי. It's only telling you the right way you should do this mitzvah. שהאדם יהיה מעלה בקודש וכו' אך לא בחפצה של המצווה, so why should you make a ברכה again? You did the mitzvah. What are you saying? אשר קידשנו, when did he command you to do it again? You forgot to do it the proper way, but the mitzvah itself is finished.
No, I still don't totally get the parallel between Bet Hillel, probably because he's Mosif mitzvah, and Bet Shammai because of Parim, and it's the same.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but to me, they're two different things. If Bet Shammai is looking at the Parim, then we have to understand the concept of the Parim. It comes from the Oraita. There's a whole inyan of kedusha, and one would think that it's gavra, the gavra. It's a ruchani, it's a spiritual, it's a whole thing.
There is depth to that.
Right. And Bet Hillel is really just for you, just so you be mad. In other words, why are we categorizing them the same? If you tell me yamim nechasim, yamim notzim, it's the same category, right? Because one counts the day in, the day out, the days left, but you talk about the Oraita, Parim, Korbanot, something huge, Umot HaOlam, and you talk about Ma'aleh B'mitzvah.
Ma'alin is also from a Torah source. She brings a source from Ma'alin. It's also from the Beit HaMikdash, that we go up. But they're both heavy source. But good, we'll talk about the Parim in 1 second. At the very,
it seems to me like it should be a category by itself.
It is. It's called.
To group it with the Bet Hillel.
It's called when you do something, copy the way Hashem likes it. We're doing mitzvah. This is a very. Why do we do things? Because Hashem. How does Hashem like his dinner served? Kaviyachol. How does he like it?
No, but it makes.
So Bet Hillel says Hashem wants you to go up every day.
But it does make a difference because if it becomes a thing that Hashem wants you to do, then it's already a tzivui. It's not an ego.
But he never asked us to do it. He never asked you. It's us saying it's a hidud. If your wife says, do so and so, pick up the thing, but you want to do it extra special the way she likes it.
So really the way, like in a simple way to understand it, because I need to fix it in my head.
This is a hidud on us.
We're saying we're taking something that is a tzivui, it's the right, I think, the parim. And we're saying because we learn from it that Hashem wants us to do mitzvot in certain way, now we're going to apply to our neurot
100%
for ourselves to do it, but it's not a tzivui.
100% is your wife says to you, do me a favor and pick up something to eat. Moshe, pick up something to eat. You can go to Cambridge. Or she has her favorite restaurant on Pico Robertson. You want to go there and get the special dish. She didn't ask you to do that. Hashem asked us to do something, thanks. And now we're saying, how do you like it, Hashem? I see from the Parei Ahad on Sukkot, you asked for 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. You like it down. I want to do this down. It's for you. Bet Hillel says the opposite. Every day I want to give you more. It's in the goof. It's in the gavra. It's in you. It's not in the candles. Okay, let's continue. Ta'ameh hada'ah shniya enam keshurim leHanukah. Page 8, number Dalet. The Fizi, according to this, nitan lehavi et hadgasha ve'archaba b'kedusho shel Rashi asugya zu. Now we can see Rashi. This is what I was telling you about. It's in the Torah, Ma'alim HaKodesh. Look at Rashi. Rashi says, Parei Ahag mitma'atin ve'holechi b'korbanot b'parashat Pinchas. They go down every day in Pinchas. Ma'alim HaKodesh ve'emonidin mikra yafina. We learn it from the pasuk. B'menachot, perek shtei alechem. So they're both biblically sourced, both of these concepts, that we go up or we go down. Why does Rashi have to tell us this, says the Rebbe? L'chaora in muvenet harchaba b'korbanot b'parashat Pinchas. Why is Rashi saying to us where it's located, where the source of the bulls are located? Umadua hashuv that says Shemalim HaKodesh is from the pasuk in Menachot. Or Rashi, we don't need to know this now. It's just a concept. We don't need source book right now from Rashi. Yesh Lomar, he say Rashi madgish shelifi de'azu en ha'ta'amim shel Beit Shammai Beit Hillel kishum Hannukah and Hanukkah. Rashi is trying to say this point. It has nothing to do with Hanukkah. Rashi is going out of his way to say, oh, this halakha is from Pinchas. Oh, this halakha, that's from Menachot. Because he's trying to show you nothing to do with Hanukkah. Nothing to do with it. Same thing too. Nothing to do with Hanukkah. Okay.
Rashi, the Rebbe is really deconstructing the way the Gemara explained it.
Yes. He's peeling back the layer and going the psychology behind the mahloket.
And it's not a step towards argument.
This is going to fit the puzzle of, you can say, Rambam and Haidah hold this way. Rambam and Tosafot argue in these very things. We said last week that...
But you were saying that it goes a step by step last week. It goes from the lowest level...
It does. It does. This is,
no, but
this whole argument is only in level 3.
But what I'm understanding from the Rebbe is that that's not the case.
But it's only in level 3, this whole argument. It's only in level 3. Only if you're coming to do a hidur, I'll tell you how to do a hidur. That's the only time any of this comes into play. If you want to do the regular mitzvah, ned yishubeto, chalas.
Yeah.
Only. Well, you want a level 3. You want to tell you the real way you should do it. Okay, when you do something, you should always go up. That's like the hamihadrim. It's only in this hidur level that we even get to this whole concept.
But it switches the argument, because the first one, when you light the first candle, the mitzvah is only to light the candle.
Yes.
Right? So this is what I'm telling the Rebbe's argument.
Yeah.
The first candle that you light, it's only the mitzvah. The mitzvah is on the candle. If you light the candle, you finish. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
But when it comes to Maharim Madrid, the mitzvah is on you now, not on the candle.
No, it's an additional layer.
I understand that, but it's not.
Yes, the mehadrin is on you.
Right. That's not on the candle.
If you hold, it has to do with the bulls and ma'alim.
That even if you hold, that has to do with.
If you hold, it has to do with the days in and out.
To do with the Sumanisa.
Then it's on the candle. If you hold that this whole
because the candle is the one that's doing the activity of the person. If you hold that it's an internal thing for you,
right,
then it's only on you. Like if you ma'aleh, morid, because kodesh mitzvah, ma'alim b'mitzvah, moridim parim, you're learning that that's how Hashem likes it, then it's all you.
If you hold this is an announcement to the street how many days of Hanukkah it is, it's nothing
then
personal.
Announcements counts.
It's just an announcement. That's all it is. It's just an announcement, not personal.
I'm saying, no, if you look at the other way,
only
this is on you.
That's only according to the second shot. But you hold the mahloket, there's nothing to do with announcements.
Right.
It's only about the bulls and ma'alin.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
100%. Yeah. It's all this only applies in the second way.
But what about the first candle? If you hold the second,
it's still a mitzvah. The first candle is a mitzvah. That's level 1.
So are you switching the levels of?
It's 2. It's one on top of each other. Level 3 is on top of level 1, according to us. Or level 3 is on top of level 2. The first candle is the mitzvah.
What I'm saying is that the first level of the mitzvah
has
from both shittas, so from both ways of looking at it, it's on the candle. It's not on you.
Correct.
From both ways.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if on the mahadin of mahadin, right, one way of looking at it is that you're trying to announce day 1, day 2, day 3 with the lights going up.
Also, only to do with the candles. Nothing personal.
But the other way to look at it is that it's on me. But if it's on me, then I'm switching because
no, you're adding.
No,
you're not switching.
No, I'm switching the focus because I'm going from the candle to me now.
Oh, it means to say that in the middle of the mitzvah, after we lit the first candle, which was about the chefza, Now we move to the Gaba because in the Idu.
Yes, you're adding.
So
Yeah.
you're
adding.
You're adding.
You're switching your focus.
You're switching to our focus.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% agree.
And it makes sense because if you think about the word Idur is decoration, is beautifying. So the basis is there, and now you
By the
beautify.
way, I actually think this every night of Hanukkah when I light candles. I think it. Light one, when I do the first one, I said, that's the mitzvah. And then everyone I go, and I said, now is the hidur. I think it. It's true. Right? Even on the first shot, the first candle's a mitzvah. From now on in, we're announcing to the people. It works the same way.
Yeah, but it could even go further because if the first one is on the candle, then level 2, each person has to light a candle for themselves.
Yeah.
But then level 3, the focus is changing. It's
Yes.
on me now.
Yes.
So then, if we hold the Sephardic way, then you don't have to have a stepwise fashion because you're switching the focus now.
But just to be fair, the reason we hold what we hold is because Tosafot says it's too mix-up. There's too many candles. You're going to lose what you're gaining. We would do level 2, but we really need to make sure, Sephardim, we need to make sure when someone looks at your house, they know exactly when I do Hanukkah. We can have 46 candles in the window. It's not worth it for us. We take it out. Otherwise, we would do it. Yeah? Okay.
I got what was spot.
I understand what you're saying. We're switching focus. Yeah. There's a step 1, step 2 thing going on.
There is another variable thrown into the equation, and that's not to confuse the public altogether.
The fee has berzeh shel machloket. Move on. According to this, she'ashlecha sheniya legabe halacha lema'aseh hamuzkeret le'il b'sif bet. This halachic discussion we mentioned way back when on Sif Bet last week.
Page 9?
We're in page 9, okay. Which was the case what? Kasher yesh le'adam rak shedei nerot belayla hashilishi shel Hanukkah. I only have 2 candles and it's the 3rd night. What should I do? Hayim yadlik ner ahad or shnayim? Should I do 1 or 2, like I just told you? Inena hakrahit. Gam lefi ha'ada'a she'ta'amad b'Beit Hillel k'neged ha'mitzvahim. Even according to the first shot, where you're telling people how many days it is, alav le'alik belayla shelishi shnei nerot. You should still maybe light 2, even though you're missing people up. Im en bi'adav shem l'shlosha ki l'maro shelo yikrim et shleimut ha'hidur hadadush b'zlat shelishi v'chol zot hu yadlik lefachot k'neged halek min ha'yamim ha'mitzvahim. At least you could do some of the mitzvah. כי על ידי כך הוא מוסיף בעצם המצווה הנראות על הנהגה מושלמים אצלו יותר, ואין המפרסמים רק את עיקר הנס הנראות, אלא גם את ההוספה בנס יחסית ליום חלישו. So he's saying, we don't know. Now that we explained Beit Hillel's way better, that it's a chefsa, that it's a mitzvah in the mitzvah itself, in the candles itself, maybe you should light 2, if that's all you have on the 3rd night, because you could do a little bit more of the mitzvah. In the hechrachit, he says, doesn't know.
You light it, Axel.
Ella, here's the halacha l'maaseh. Here's the halacha l'maaseh. Ready?
If you have said,
I just didn't understand why you added the word chetza. Talk about Idur.
Yeah, because he's building on this chefsa thing. Now that we know that it's a mitzvah in the candles, it's a Hanukkah candles mitzvah to add, according to the first shot. I should add whatever I can add, maybe.
with a 7 night.
We don't know. We'll find out in the end.
If it's a
Oh,
7
he's
night,
talking about the Mosifim.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Building on that.
He's going back to that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Ella, I can give you another halakhic difference, he says. I don't even have enough to match yesterday. Okay, go on. For example, it's the 8th night, and I only have 6. I did 7 last night. If I do 6, I'm going down. Or another one. According to the pshat that we're trying to tell people what day it is, it's in the chefsa of the mitzvah. Light whatever you can light. Just do whatever you can, because it's part of the mitzvah of Hanukkah. But according to the second pshat, where it's in the gavra, it's in you to add. It has nothing to do with Hanukkah. Yotzei comes out. She'alav dalik rak ner ishu beto.
Because he cannot add.
Because you're not adding. If you say the whole point is in you should be adding. I'm going down. So then don't do it. Just don't do it. Just do the mitzvah. But if you're going to say, no, it's a Hanukkah mitzvah. I want to do as much Hanukkah as I can. Then light the 6. Look it.
I would think that דווקא בגלל שזה for me to be מוסיף on the mitzvah, now I'm getting stuck and I'm going, okay, so I will not add anything to the first nerve, which is the mitzvah.
Yes. I'm going to go back to
or I will go down from 6 to 1.
To 1.
At least I'll maintain my level.
Yeah, you're not maintaining, you're lowering.
And I'm going up on the basis of the 1 nerve.
Yeah, so he's saying better to go down to the basic, to the 1, than to lower your hidur. It's a musar. It's a musar.
Yeah, he's kind of saying,
don't,
since you cannot be there the way you should, remove the hidur and
go back
on the mitzvah.
Don't pretend, it's a psychological thing. Don't pretend to yourself that you're doing the mitzvah with the hidur. You're not. It's worse than yesterday. Just give it up. Call a spade, say, I only can do 1. It's a psychological thing. If you add more, you're going to go down if you do 6 on the 8th night. Okay. This is the end of the sikha. Now, I want to show you something. When we brought before, this is a very strange sikha. If you've never learned a sikha from the Rebbe, this is not how they go, honestly. Usually there's a whole chapter at the end where he gives you pinimiyot. That's what he calls it, pinimiyut, the inside, the Kabbalah, the Musad. No Musad. There's no Musad here. Yeah, there's usually something. Almost every sikha has at the end a lesson. There's no lesson. It's just raw halacha. Very strange. So question number 1, where's the lesson from the Rebbe in the sikha? He always has a lesson. Where's the lesson? This is just my question. Question number 2. Yeah, that last one.
You can be mad there like you should.
Give it up. Yeah. Good. Second question. When we had the mahloket about whether you should bless when they bring you more candles, who says you should make a blessing?
Who says?
So again, the Rebbe says, if you hold it's in the gavra, it's in the guy, you shouldn't bless if they give you more candles. Who holds like that? Rambam holds like that. Remember it, so this building on last week, we had the Mahloket Tosafot and the Rambam. Tosafot holds Sfaradi way. Sfaradim, we hold, we're only here for counting days. Sfaradim hold, we're only here for counting days. It had nothing to do with Ma'alim, nothing to do with Parim, if you're Sfaradi. Right? The Hidah said, the Mahloket between Sfaradim and Ashkenazim is the same Mahloket between these 2 arguments. Tosafot, who is a Sfaradi Shita, holds, we hold, we're only here to tell people the day of the week. That's all we are. That's why we don't bother with level 2. Rambam says you should light Ashkenazim. Yeah. Rambam holds that you should light like Ashkenazim do. Every single kid, every single person lights. Why? Says the Hidah. Because Rambam holds like the second shot. It's in the Gavra. Nothing to do with telling people. So, but when I look at a Rambam house, how do I know what night of Hanukkah it is? That's not the point of lighting, says the Rambam. The point of lighting is just Ma'alim HaKodesh. The Rebbe said, if you hold us in the Gavra, should you bless when they bring you more? Or should you not? You shouldn't. What if I told you it was a straight Rambam that said, yes, you bless when they bring you more?
Why? Because we believe it.
But
because the Rambam holds like Ashkenazim who
the Rebbe
like
just
more
explained the
than
whole
one.
sikha to tell us that if you hold this in the Gavra, if you hold the second way, that it's about the bulls and it's about the Ma'alin, when they bring you more, don't bless, because the mitzvah is over. I'm going to show you a straight out Rambam that says if they bring you more candles, you light, you make a beracha. Did the Rebbe not know this Rambam existed? How is that possible? This is the point I want to show you. Let's go to page 10. This is, by the way,
he knew it, but they're talking about different things.
Okay, watch this.
Do they hold like Ashkenazim?
Page 10, watch this, page 10. This is Torah Moadim. There's a Chacham David Yosef. By the way, everything from now on is halakha l'maaseh. Take it home. This is halakha. Mi sheyesh lo tish'a nerot. Moshe, why don't you read it? Page 10.
מי שיש לו 9 נרות לכל ימי החנוכה, ידליק בלילה השני 2 נרות. בכל שאר הלילות ידליק נר אחד.
We got that, everybody?
No.
You have 9 candles for the whole holiday. What should you do?
He tells you the first, he says the
What should I
first
do?
night, the first night light 1, the second night light 2, and the rest of it you spend 3. Now you got 6 more. Go 1, 1, 1, 1 night, every night 1.
No.
בלילה השני.
Well, that shouldn't.
בלילה השני.
Hapu. Right? Why? Because you have a chance on the second night to do it the right way. Okay, Moshe, continue.
ואם יש לו 10 נרות, he's got 10 candles, גם כן ידליק בלילה השני 2 נרות,
Oh.
ובכל שאר הלילות ידליק נר אחד.
What would you think you should do?
ולא ידליק בלילה השלישית 2 נרות.
I have 10 candles. What should I do? I need 1 for every night. That's 8. I have 2 more. No, I have 2 more.
You
Yeah?
have 2 more, so you light on the second night 2, because that's the one that you're managed from 1 to 2.
Okay.
And the third night, don't do 2. You would think I'll do 2 because I don't have the third. He tells you no,
No.
just do 1. You'll have an
That's what
extra
the Rebbe
candle
said.
for next
That's
year.
what the Rebbe said.
Right.
Don't bother. Just go back to 1. Okay? Shemikivan.
He explains, אם ידליק 2, הרי הוא גורע מן המניין הראוי לאותו לילה. Because if he's going to light 2, then he's taking away 1 from the proper one that should have been for that night. ואין כאן הידור מצווה, so he missed the הידור מצווה. אבל אם מדליק נר אחד, but if he light only 1 candle, אינו נחשב לגורע, he is not taking away anything, because the עיקר מצווה, the purpose of the mitzvah is to light 1, and that's what he's doing. So he's not adding, but he's not taking. While if he did 2, he took away from it. והרי זה קיים עיקר המצווה. אלא שלא עשה הידור המצווה. So he did the mitzvah. He actually did the hidur mitzvah on the second night.
On the second night. Only 1 night.
From שמונת ימי חנוכה, he was required to do 1 night.
Right. וכן?
וכן כל כיוצא בזה. אם היו לו בלילה רביעי 3 נרות, או בלילה חמישי 4 נרות, לא ידליק.
This is exactly what the Rebbe said.
And so basically he says, you can do the full hidur, don't start with the hidur business. Stay with mitzvah level.
Let's see on the bottom. Hit on the bottom. Ken katav haya adam. Katav de belel gimel lo yadik shenayim on the 3rd night. Don't light 2. The eno lo kemad v'lo kemad. You're not doing like this person or that person. What are you doing? So it says the katav sofer. Shi madik shenayim nechshav kekureya. If you take 2, it's going to be bad. Okay. Now next column I put in red. Ala b'sefer Avi Ezri. In the sefer Avi Ezri, katav b'pishitut she'adlik nenot she'yeshlo. Light whatever you have, he says. Ava b'shi en lo maspik minyan ha'hidur. Even if you don't have enough, just light it. Because the same miracle that happened on the second night happened on the 3rd night. So we see it's a mahloket, just like the Rebbe was saying. It's a mahloket. How you look at it, you can say the mahloket. It's the same mahloket the Rebbe said. One holds it in the candles. If it's
But the halakha is what we read.
halakha like we read, don't do it.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Now umistabra on the bottom. I went to the next red line. Umistabra diwa adin keshegoreya mina minyan shetiknu hakamim. Say the same thing when it comes to hidur. People are going to see that you're lighting the wrong amount. They're going to say, this guy is lighting 4, but it's the 5th night of Hanukkah. He's transgressing the rabbis. So don't do it. Let's turn the page.
But if you light 1, then
If you light 1, they say, oh,
no.
miskin, he only has 1 candle. He's doing the Hanukkah mitzvah. Okay, Moshe, you want to read the halakha on top?
halakha. מי שיש לו שמן בלילה השמיני כדי להדליק בו יותר מנר אחד. Someone has enough oil on the last night to light more than 1 candle. אלא שאין השמן מספיק ל8 נרות. However, it's not enough for 8 candles. It's more than 1, less than 8. ייתן בנר הראשון שהוא עיקר המצווה. He should light the first candle because that's a mitzvah. כשיעור שמן שיכול לדלוק חצי שעה. Enough to last for half an hour. And then, so he knows that much oil would last half an hour and he's got so much left. את שאר השמן נחלק בין שאר הנרות של ההידור, because it's oil, you can do it, it's not a candle. So you can put a little bit of oil, even if it light for a second, for 5 seconds, do the הידור, ואין לחוש בכך שנותן בהם שמן פחות בשיעור, מכיוון ששיעור המצווה הוא רק בנר הראשון. The shiur, the all הקפדה on the quantity, on the 30 minutes is only on the first candle. שהוא חיוב בעיקר המצווה, אין לחוש אם נתן בנרות הידור פחות מבשיעור. And you shouldn't feel bad about giving on the other candles less, because it's not the mitzvah, it's only הידור, וכל שאין לו מספיק שמן גם לכל שמן.
Okay, ready? Next one. This is the big one. מי שבירך, כבוד. מי שבירך, someone who blessed already. והדליק בלילה שני נר אחד בלבד. And he only lit one candle on the second night. מחמת שלא היו לו שני נרות. I didn't have two. ושוב נזדמן לו נר נוסף, and then someone brings him another candle. וכן, מי שטעה והדליק בלילה שני נר אחד. I made a mistake. I lit one too few. ושוב נזכר שצריך להדליק נר נוסף. Oh, I gotta light another one. ידליקנו בלי ברכה. You don't make a ברכה.
By the way, this is
This is Turat Mu'alim. This is a Cham David Yosef. You don't make a beracha.
Why? Did you say why?
Now,
No, it's consistent.
Did you say why?
He couldn't say to make a beracha if he just explained to us not to worry about Hidurim and this and that. So he's consistent. He's holding that the mitzvah is on the first night.
let's see the bottom. Watch this. Let's see Yod on the bottom. Hine ha'orchot hayim katav b'zu lashon. The Orchot Hayim writes, if someone lit two on the third night, or three on the fourth night, this happened. They told him, light the right amount, don't make another beracha. The blessing you made on the beginning covers everything. It's Aramaic. The first one took care of the second one. This is the opinion of the Orchot Hayim. The Beis Yosef brings halacha, and also the Levush, and also Magen Avraham. It covers it. Now, ready for this? Watch this. Hamagen Avraham Atzmo, the Magen Avraham himself, Hevi Devrei Rabbi David Abu Darham. He brings the words of the Abu Darham, B'Shem HaRambam, in the name of the Rambam. She'im b'sha'a she'edlik ner harishon hayta kavanato le'edlik achirim. If you knew you had more candles, and you had in mind, I'm going to add those candles, and tzarich levarech, don't make another beracha, because you had kavanah during the blessing. If you blessed without knowledge of the other candles, and then they brought you one, mevarech bechol pam, says the Rambam, make a new blessing every time.
When we have food and we make,
but first,
when we make,
not a direct food.
when we make food,
Okay.
we have a make blessing on the food,
Very good.
and
Yeah.
you say shall call on this soup, and then you decide they bring something else that shall call. You didn't have in mind.
If you
to do
didn't
it,
know this thing existed,
right? So you have to say another shall call.
yeah, because you didn't know. You didn't have in the cupboard, you didn't have in the kitchen any more food. He only had one candle, that poor guy. He didn't own any other candles. Someone brings him a gift. Oh, it's the fourth night of Hanukkah. I see one candle in your window. You need three
so
more.
You're telling me Friday night, I made somebody brings in that I didn't think that they're going to come in with a meal.
I don't want to go Hanukkah say off topic because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But this is so. Bezat saying right away. This is a misquote from the Rambam. Now, the Rebbe said specifically in his Sikha that if you will hold it's in the Gavra, which the Rambam holds, you should not bless on more candles. This is direct sitira to the Sikha. The Rebbe not know this Rambam existed from Abu Darham? If you want to find the words of the Abu Darham quoting the Rambam, look in the Abu Darham under Tefillat Hannukah. I'll quote it for you, says Acham David. Nish'al HaRambam, the Rambam was asked, Zal, someone who lit one candle and blessed. And then they brought more and he lit more. Should you make another beracha or not? What if it happened time after time again? What's the case of happening time after time again?
Day 7, somebody brought you an extra candle, then somebody else brought you another candle.
So if that's true, then that questioner would hold. You make a blessing.
Every
You
single
should
time?
light 6 on day 8 if it's all you have. How has it even come to a case of palm after palm, time after time? They kept bringing you more candles. Why are you lighting any of them unless it's a hidur? The questioner would seem to hold not like our halacha. Are we good on that? The Ashiv and the Rambam answers.
Meaning that you would light
Yeah, why would you light another one unless you have the... He doesn't hold like the first halakha.
Right.
Be'eshiv, and Rambam answers, Shezeh ha'inyan hozeh lekavat ha'mevarech kemo b'sh'al berachot. This is just like any other blessing. Im keshehelik ner Hannukah ubirech alav hayita kavanato de'alik not ha'ilot. If you knew that you were getting more candles, beracha ahat likulan. One blessing covers them all. V'im birech ve'elik ve'achar kach nizdaminu lo nerot ha'ilot de'alik. And then if you didn't know they were coming, and then they brought it, mevarech bechol pam be'pam, says the Rambam. You light every single time they bring you another candle. Adkan.
With the beracha.
With a beracha, says the Rambam.
Now, does he hold both berachot? Does he hold both?
Where are you? Oh,
Does he hold both berachot or only one?
it's the publisher. I don't know about that yet. Hold on. If you look at the shoot of the Rambam, She'elot Shuvot Rambam, Hotzaat Mekitzei Nedamim, which is the publisher, the edition. Mehadoret Freeman. Look up the Freeman one. Siman Peh Gimel, number 83. And Mehadoret Bilal. Look up the Bilal one. Siman 222. You see this halakha. Rambam says straight out that you bless. And they add one more line in that text. That edition adds another line. Rambam finishes. Even 100 candles, one after another, bless after every one of them. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? 100?
Does a Rambam hold that if you have, it's a 6 night, and you have 4 candles, you don't light 4, you light 1?
I read that from Acham David. I didn't read that from the Rambam.
But the Rebbe holds like that too.
The Rebbe said he's not sure. Rebbe said he's not sure. If it's on the Gavra, we said you should not light anymore, unless you have the Hidur. I don't know. We have a lot of questions here. Number one, first question. The Rambam, the Rebbe just said the Rambam would say you don't bless, and now the Rambam says you do bless. Number two, the Rebbe not know this Rambam existed? Impossible. Number three, why does he say Bechol Pam every time? Like your question. And what does he feel 100 times? Who would ever light 100 Hanukkah candles? And so what do you, and remember
maybe to go out before the 30 minutes.
No.
And the first question was, why didn't the Rebbe give us the Musar at the end? What's the lesson? So I'm suggesting, this is just me, based on this mahloka from the Rambam, that the secret and the lesson is buried in this Rambam. And that the Rebbe knew this Rambam existed, and it's like a little buried treasure for us to find. I'll tell you what. Let's see. We're going to need the help of Chacham Ovadia Yosef. Look at the next red line. Hidush Be'anai. It's a big hidush. You know what? Should we read it? Let's skip to the end, I guess. Okay. I put a little box on the bottom. This is like 4 pages long. Back and forth. No, I had to do it so that I had to do it because otherwise there would be no way you would recognize it. This is 4 pages of back and forth. Ve'avi Adoni Mori V'Rabi, my father Chacham Ovadia Alav Shalom Maran Halishlan Sinyon Shlita Piresh Li Kavanat Rabbeinu Rabam. Now, I want you to know he didn't ask this question I'm asking on the Rebbe, or he didn't ask it's machlok it's a stira on the Rambam. He just asked his father, "What is the Rambam talking about?" That's all. Chacham Ovadia's answer will answer our question as well. Piresh Li Kavanat Rabbeinu Rabam Meshubah. My father explained to me what the Rambam is saying. The Rambam is talking about when you're lighting candles for other people's houses. You want to go light for them and make a beracha for them in their house. If you know you're going to your neighbor's house to light for them, because they don't know Hebrew, don't make another beracha for them, unless you do it for them. I don't know, maybe they're not there. ושכן כתב העולת שבת, ולפי זה לא מבואר אם צריך שאותם אחרים ישמעו ברכתו או לא. We don't know if the people have to be there or not. Chacham Ovadia says to Chacham David, I understand this Rambam differently than you understand it. The Rambam is not talking about your own menorah, your own Hanukkah. Rambam would never say that you make another beracha on your own Hanukkah.
When a person lit in his house and say, I'm going to go now to the this family, and this
Bechol
family.
Pam
Should I have
Pam.
in my mind, or should I?
Afilo me'ah pa'amim, whoever has 100 candles in Hanukkah. No. 100 neighbors.
So the Musar
100
would be that every time you do something,
Get out there
you should
and
have
spread the light for other people. This is a very Hasidic Rebbe Musad. So the Rebbe buried for us on Rambam that makes zero sense. We have to, what is the Rambam talking about in the Teshuvah? How does it? No, the Teshuvah is talking about, I think for sure, I don't have a doubt in my mind, the Rebbe understood this Rambam the same way Acham Vadia. Rambam is not talking about your own house. Rambam is saying, get out there in the streets and see who doesn't have a Hanukkah candle, who doesn't know Hebrew.
You know that if you're doing a mitzvah for somebody else and they don't know how to do it themselves, you should make the bracha for
Yeah, that's exactly what
So, but this is not a chiddush to it.
Who said it's supposed to be Hidush? It's called Sheil Shuvot. People ask me a question, I wrote the answer.
Right, so if you go to someone else's house,
You walk in and you see no one, there's mezuzah on the door, no Hanukkah. Hey, what's going on? I don't know how to read Hebrew.
okay,
I'll do it for you.
and when you do it, you don't
Make
make
a beracha.
Make a beracha.
Yeah. The Rambam that said you make a beracha was talking only about neighbors. And so, what was the last piece of Musad from the Rebbe?
But like Moshe said, if you know that you're going to this person's house,
Then you don't do it. Although there's a question about the second beracha.
Well, I think you're saying that the Musar of the Rebbe is get out there.
Get out there and
Yeah.
spread the light.
Like Kefidim.
I think there is even a greater message. Because
like
he
Kefidim,
said,
no?
he
Like
said
what?
if you had kavanah, the Rambam says if you had the kavanah in advance, don't say the beracha, right? And the Rebbe said that you never say beracha.
Right.
And the Rebbe knows the Rambam. So you can draw from it that the Rebbe tells
You should
us
always
that
have
the Jew
kavanah.
always have kavanah on
Very
another
nice.
Jew when he makes
I love it.
beracha.
Though the Rebbe can't
That would
fathom.
be the
Very good.
hidden
Yeah.
treasure of the Rebbe.
The Rebbe can't fathom how you can have a neighbor that doesn't know how to light, and you don't plan on going there.
You're not planning to have him in your mind.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's a Setira on the Rambam, and we have an answer from Acham Vadia to help with the answer. I love this piece. Now, before we go, I want to share with you for 5 minutes a little insight on what the heck the bulls of Sukkot have to do with Hanukkah. And I shared this with the ladies. I don't know if it was last Hanukkah or the Hanukkah before last. If you were here for that, you may remember it. Look at this. It's going to be very quick. Remember, Beit Shammai says we do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 according to the second Peshat because we want to mimic the bulls of Sukkot. What does it have to do with the bulls of? Who cares about the bulls of Sukkot? So look at this. This is the Aruch HaShulchan. Says the Aruch HaShulchan. It's right after the Sikha. It's right after Torah Moadim. So it's a big red square. It's not easy to read because it's not a good print. It is true. It says in the Midrash, the Mishkan was finished, the first Mishkan was finished in Hanukkah, really. And they did not build it, pick it up, until Nisan, because that's when the fathers were born. And Hashem owed Kaf He B'Kislev a holiday. Because really Moshe finished the Mishkan Kaf He B'Kislev. And so he owed it a holiday because he made them wait until Nisan. And so we got to pay back by Hanukkah times. That's why they made it just like the Hanukkah in the Mishkan, which was in Nisan on Sukkot. שהיו 7 ימי המילואים, וביום השמיני היה Duman, thank you. התחלת העבודה במשכן. And on the 8th day it was finished. על ידי אהרון ובניו. כמבואר בתורה. וכן שלמה המלך, also Shlomo with the temple, with the first בית המקדש. בחניכות בית המקדש כתב בדברי הימים, it says in the Chronicles, והיה שלמה את החג 7 ימים. He celebrated Sukkot at the inauguration of the temple. וביום השמיני עצרת, so 8 days. So too for us is חנוכת המזבח. ולכן, לזיכרון קראו יום טוב זה, גם כן חנוכה. That's what we call it חנוכה. מלשון חנוכת המזבח. It's inauguration of the mizbeach, like they used to. וחנוכת הבית, and also the temple of Shlomo, that also happened in Sukkot. Now, he says there's something we all know. ויש בזה רמז, we have a remez, a hint, גם ליום כ"ה חנוכה. Everyone knows this. This is the Ran. Now, look at this, guys. ועוד טעם לזה, we have another reason. מבואר בספר חשמונאי. Where is this sefer? You know what the sefer is?
Josephus.
No, not Josephus. This is the sefer Hashmonai. It's not in the Hebrew Bible. It's in the Christian Bible. In the Sefer Hasmonaim, it says, "Lefi shayedeh hagezerot batlu az mileakriv b'Chag HaSukkot." When the Greeks said we can't do the service, they lost a holiday of Sukkot. They couldn't celebrate Sukkot. Ha'abad, the past Sukkot. When they finally won the war, they missed the previous Sukkot. Ubeshimini aseret. Therefore, the zikaron zeh, to remember this, asu shemonai yamim Hannukah. When they made Hannukah, they made it for 8 days to make up the holiday of Sukkot that we just missed only a few months ago.
We're doing it on certain
Hold on. Umemela, כשהראו להם מן השמיים הנס של הדלקה, when Hashem showed them the miracle of the oil, הראום שהסכימו על ידם לעשות 8 ימים. They saw it as a sign that Hashem agreed that every year should be 8 days, just like Sukkot was. Okay, now turn the page. What is this?
Wait, Sukkot was 8 days?
This is something you're not going to ever see in one of our shiurim besides for this. This is the Christian Bible. This is the King James Bible. There are no boundaries. This is the King James Bible, people. Now, Moshe, before you read it, you already read it. Before you read it, Hasmonaim, the story of the Hasmonaim is not in the Hebrew Bible. It's not in our Torah. The rabbis kicked it out. We don't want it. Why? Because they veered off the path. They became all Hellenizers. They became all Sidukim, and also they all died. And also the Kohanim took the Melucha, like the Ramban says. We're not interested in anything besides for the oil. It's all we want. But the history was documented. It wasn't entered into our Tanakh. But the Christians entered it into their Bible, the Havdil. So let's read it. Now Maccabeus and his company, the Lord guiding them, King James Bible are reading, recovered the temple of the city. But the altars which the heathen had built in the open street, and also the chapel they pulled down, and having cleansed the temple, they made another altar. And striking stones, they took fire out of them and offered a sacrifice after 2 years and set forth incense and lights and showbread. This is chapter 2 of Maccabees 2 in the Christian Bible. When that was done, they fell flat down and besought the Lord that they may come no more into such troubles. If they sinned any more against him, that he himself would chasten them with mercy, and that they might not be delivered unto the blasphemous and barbarous nations. 5. Now upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again. By the way, that's true. The Hanukkah war lasted 3 years to the day. The Kaf Kislev. It was cleansed again, even the 5 and 20th day of the same month, which is Kislev. Pasuk Vav. And they kept the 8 days with gladness, as in the feast of the tabernacles, aka Sukkot, remembering that not long before they had held the feast of the tabernacles when they wandered in the mountains and dens like beasts. Verse 7, therefore they bear branches, lulavim, and fair bows, I guess that's aravot, and palms also, palms, and sang psalms unto him that had given them good success in cleansing the place. When they celebrated the war of Hanukkah, they celebrated a belated Sukkot. Hanukkah was a belated Sukkot. Ezra, shamata zeh. Hanukkah was a makeup for Sukkot. I don't know.
No, because there's a problem. If we're going to start citing them, then we're on a very dangerous.
I was this close to citing the King James version without the Aruch LaNer. I added the Aruch LaNer first to show that at least there's a rabbi that quotes it. They ordained also by a common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept as the whole nation of the Jews. If this is accurate, they intentionally made Hanukkah a mini Sukkot.
Then expand the
But this is not a source, it's a historic data.
That's why I said what? Who wrote? It's historic, though.
Is that why the 8th day of Hanukkah?
Yes.
The
But if it's some
greatest day?
sort
It
of,
could be. You hear this question?
religious document.
Watch it. My father-in-law is saying, why does everyone say, oh, the 8th day, Zot Hanukkah? Shimon Yatzeret. Special day. Now, Mamash, they made it Sukkot. They took Lulavim. Now, one last thing, and then we'll let you guys go. If you look at the Rambam, we're not going to read this whole thing. I put over here on page 15 is Rambam. If you look what I underlined, these 8 days, Yemei Simcha veHalel. What other holiday do we have? That's Simcha and Halel. V'samachta b'chagecha is Sukkot. Where else do we have Halel Gamur? Sukkot, the whole week.
Sukkot. The Sukkot we do alone.
Look at the next one. B'chol yom vayom mishimonat hayamim elo gomrin et Halel. We say Halel Gamur. Umbarech lefanav, just like Sukkot.
Where is that from?
Rambam. Look at the bottom of Rambam. Ve'eluhen shimonat yemei hag. These are the days where they say Halel Gamur. You can take this book at home if you want to. The 8 days of Sukkot and the 8 days of Hanukkah, we say Halel Gamur. Rishon al Pesach, the first day of Pesach. The first, and Atzeret Shavuot, we say it. Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we don't. Only Sukkot and only Hanukkah, we make a beracha and we say Halel for 8 days. Coincidence? Not a coincidence. One last thing. What do we say about Sukkot? Why on Hanukkah are we obsessed with mehadrin mina mehadrin, glorifying? Sukkot, ukahtem lachem bayam harishon peri et hadar. Take a beautiful fruit. Sukkot is a holiday where we make sure to be beautifying the mitzvot. Hidud. We want the same thing with Hanukkah. So Hanukkah is special. We have Hidud mitzvah. You don't see on Pesach we have Hidud, have 15 matzahs for the Hidud. No. Hanukkah, we have Hidud. Why?
This Hidud only came to be later on, not in the beginning.
The next year.
Only thing bothers me,
No,
they're also in place beautiful. Why wouldn't we have a Jewish source that would
This
say-
was the Jewish source, but we
No,
don't.
the Rambam.
No, for the Hashmonaim miracle. The Rambam doesn't say straight out this. What
No,
the
the Rambam gives the hint. It says it's
because we didn't want it. We expelled this from our Bible. We expelled
yeah,
it.
but forget it. We could have had the source of the mitzvah without mentioning at all that the Shmoneh said the Jews were happy and the Jews did just like it said.
I'm with
over there.
Bezad on this. It's a historical account, just like Josephus. It's a historical account. Anyway, if nothing else, there's a lot to think about. Sukkot and Hanukkah have a lot in common. All right, and then we have that sikha, which don't forget the sikha. The lesson is get out there and light. What you said is even better. Rebbe can't even have a havamina. You would not be thinking about your friend when you're lighting. How could you? That's it for Hanukkah. We'll see you next time. We'll go back to Kiddush. My pleasure.
You gotta run. People are waiting for me. Thank you.
Yalla,